Alright, so, brutally honest, bro, what did I used to be like?
You were a fucking piece of shit.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. This video is very important to me. It's that time of the year again when I'm another year where I haven't touched any alcohol, meth or other hard drugs. So 4 years sober for me now, and I just want to make a video every year to keep inspiring those of you who are still going down that track where you're stuck in a rut, you're still using drugs, you're still hanging around those people that are not really for the best, like they don't really have your best interest at heart, and it's not their fault, it's just they're probably all stuck in a rut too, but you need to do what's best for you and pull yourself out of it and transform your life, and you'll thank me for it, trust me, because life is a lot better with a clear, sober mind. So it hasn't been the easiest. I mean, there's been a lot of obstacles that could have made me use again. There's been a lot of things that could have made me break. I mean, I lost my father, you know, last year, and it was hard, very hard time. Usually I would, you know, you would have had a drink or something like that, but no, I stuck staunch through it, and you know, it was a rock for my family, and we stuck together, and I didn't use alcohol, drugs as a crutch. I was just looking through some of my old letters from my dad and my family sending to me when I was in prison to support me. You know, because that's where drug and alcohol use will put you in jail. You'll lose your friends over it, and it's just not worth it in the end. So, you know, it's been like, I wanted to say this. It hasn't been easy staying sober at times. It hasn't been easy. But you know what's harder? Spending every day of your life searching for a high, depressed, you know, at your own worst enemy, thoughts racing through your mind all the time, paranoid, looking over your shoulder, full of violence and hatred, just looking for the next person you want to bash or stab, or you know, always paranoid about every single part of your life. You're just not happy. You have no purpose, and you're trying to find purpose in these substances where it's not going to work. It's just going to make your life worse, and that's what's harder. So yeah, it might be a little bit of a hard time trying to stay sober. You know, there's influences everywhere, but you know, the reward you get for sticking to it outweighs any of those fleeting highs that you get from those shitty drugs or alcohol or anything like that. So this year's sober video, I thought I would interview some of my friends and my family, my mother and stuff like that, so you could get an insight into how bad I was, and I want you to hear it from these people's mouths, and hopefully what they say can inspire some of you, your friends, your family, your brothers out there that are still going down that track with gangs and drugs and alcohol, even, you know, their diet, eating meat, cheese, eggs. It's all bad for you in the long run. So check it out.
What was I like when I was at my most hectic? The most hectic, think about it. How did it make you feel?
Well, you beat me up. A couple of times.
You were pretty crazy, definitely, pretty crazy.
Scary.
Had the police coming to our house a few times looking for you.
Mum was always worried.
It was the most scariest creature I've ever come across. From a beautiful, placid little boy that used to do anything for anybody, walk grannies across the road, become this thing I didn't even know. It was scary, didn't know when he was going to snap.
Oh, you're out of control, man.
Out of control.
Out of control on drugs, fucking not a good person.
No.
Turning on your friends,
yeah.
A lot of things, yeah. Very stabby, you know, a bit stabby.
So you're saying I was violent? Violent?
Yes, very violent.
I remember when you stabbed someone.
Come here, Mick.
She's hiding.
What else did he do? Throw 8 balls at people's heads.
Always getting into fights.
I've seen you get into fights in the house, and you've been hit by cars. You've been, yeah, just bashed. Just very violent.
Yeah. And
the people were just as bad. Your friends were just as bad.
What type of violence? Did you ever see me commit act of violence?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
You hit me?
What's changed, do you think?
You're not as stabby anymore?
You still got the same personality, but obviously a lot calmer and easier to be around.
More funner.
Yeah.
Even though we used to drink a lot of piss together, but definitely more funner now.
Well, I don't have the potential to snap all the time.
Yeah, we sit there and have a beer, you don't know if he's going to fucking punch your head in or not.
And what about all the drama with all the gang life and that? Had that a bit stressful?
Yeah, it was very hectic, wasn't it? You always were like, I don't know.
It was good in a way though.
You like that I was in gangs?
Good backup.
What's changed?
Oh, everything. Personality, you just compassionate, you can talk to you.
What's changed about me?
Oh, definitely your lifestyle and your life, and you're probably committed to doing something that's probably better for you to get away from all that other bullshit that we were sort of both into.
Yeah.
And fucking, yeah, now you're a better person and helping people, and what can I say, mate? I'm actually proud of you. So I didn't think I'd ever like you again, to be honest with you.
Wow. How has my transformation inspired you? In what way?
Oh, well, I've become vegan.
You're vegan now?
Sharon's not. She's nearly vegan.
She eats mostly vegan though, hey?
I cook vegan for you every day.
Yeah.
It has inspired me by thinking more positive. You're a very positive person.
Can get through a lot of things.
Yeah, can get through a lot of things that you think you think you can't.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So how has it affected your life? Like how have you made any changes because of my changes?
Yeah, I've gone vegan.
Wow, why?
Because of just the things that I didn't know about what they did to animals.
Yeah.
Never even clicked to me until you brought it up. It was just, yeah.
I was seeing how well you're doing through what you're doing for people and that, and I suppose I've sort of started doing it in a sort of different way.
Yeah.
You know, like through fitness and all that, and doing stuff that I just usually wouldn't do. Like now it's like sky's the limit, do anything. There's no boundaries or anything you want to achieve, man. It's just all your head, mate. If you fucking believe you can do it, you can do it. You can do anything you want.
How else has it inspired you?
Not do crack.
What'd you say?
To not do crack.
Well, yeah, you can see the effects of fucking smoking crack.
Drugs, yeah. Definitely. That it takes on people and the toll that it takes on people's families and...
What about my mental
thing.
state? With
still
drugs, what does it do to my mental
crazy.
state? Do you remember me being in hospital or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went to that mental hospital for a bit.
Yeah, what was that like?
Oh.
Well, it was probably... but it was probably...
Mum's seen a lot more than
It was
what
what
you did.
you needed at the time because you weren't, I don't know, very stable, so you needed something to help you change.
Absolutely destroyed it. Made you paranoid. Everything you thought was tapped. Couldn't even talk.
Phones were tapped?
Couldn't even talk near our phone. Cigarette lighters one day. You thought the cigarette lighters were tapped on the table. Workmen down the street. You used to think there were cops in there. Just yeah, it just totally destroyed your mental state.
I think you just been up for too many days and basically, yeah, just weren't thinking clear and wanted to be fucking Scarface and whoever else, and fucking, as I suppose there might have been a bit of image or fucking, you know, mental instability and what you wanted to be at the time, and it just yeah, it got out of control. You started turning on your friends, man.
Yeah.
Jail was good.
You learn from it. It's good.
What was some of the good things that jail did for me?
Made you become sober.
Straightened you up.
Yeah.
Straighten me up. I needed that, eh?
So you probably, if you went to jail 4 years earlier, You might have not went through all that stuff you went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've been sober now for 5 months.
Yeah.
I think 5 months since 22nd of December.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've never felt better in my whole life.
And you would say your life has improved huge?
Oh, definitely. Definitely my head and mind and body, and you know, I just ran 14 Ks and done True Grit Challenge, which if you asked me to do that 5 months ago, I would have laughed at you, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You know, like, sky's the limit. If you believe in yourself, what you can do, man, become fearless, you become limitless.
So what could the people learn from my story?
Don't do drugs, please don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And stay away from people that aren't good for you. Or you think they're your friends, but they're not.
Okay.
You don't need them.
Sometimes you gotta do what's right for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the rule number one. You don't worry about any other person.
Yeah.
And drugs, yeah, keep away from the drugs. You know, I think there's people out there that take drugs, but they use it recreationally, which, you know, if you want to do that, that's your thing, do it. But when it becomes an addiction and you're using it every day and relying on it just to get through your day or whatever, that's not the way to do it. You know, you gotta have fun, but you gotta be fucking, you know, correct on top of it, and you know, live life.
You're just the beautiful little boy that you were.
Never did like the police, let the whole world know. Now I get no peace, cause they're chasing me down and facing me now. What do I do? These things that a thug goes through, and still I rise. So keep your head up and make your mind strong. It's a struggle every day, but you gotta hold on.
Don't do drugs.